It's so resonant and sparkly. Oh my gosh, I love it. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hannah, I'm a voice teacher, and today I'm reacting to Rachel Zegler singing Still Hurting.
Jamie is over and Jamie is gone. Jamie's decided it's time to move on. Jamie has new dreams he's building upon, and I'm still hurting.
She's fantastic. I love it already. This mic has a lot of reverb, and I'm not a big fan of that. It's a little bit hard to hear the full quality of her voice with that added kind of effect. I'm not a big fan.
Jamie arrived at the end of the line.
Her vibrato is really beautiful.
Jamie's convinced that the problems are mine. Jamie is probably feeling just fine, and I'm still hurting.
She has a really effortless quality to her voice, and we love that.
What about lies, Jamie? What about things that you swore to be true? What about you, Jamie? What about you?
Oh man, that bridge was fantastic. So that section is really tricky because, if you couldn't guess, it's right in the middle of the female first passage, what I talk about all the time. Our passages are the areas between our chest voice and our head voice, or the areas between registers where we're transitioning, right? And so we have our chest voice and our head voice come together at that part, which is why it can feel very unsteady, and we have to mix through that. We have to mix our chest voice and our head voice together to effectively smooth through that area of our voice. And she's doing that really well because that's a B4 into a C5. So right in the middle of her first passage, and she's blending her chest voice and her head voice together so seamlessly, and it's absolutely beautiful. And she did something very smart on what. She gave a little bit of a what about lies? So her mouth is a little bit more in an position instead of what about lies, Jamie? It's a little wide. And I also really like that at this section, she is keeping it much more of a balanced mix because we know at the end, we're gonna start belting. And I like that she's kind of holding off until the end. That's really amazing.
What about you, Jamie? What about you? Jamie is sure something wonderful died. Jamie's decides it's his right to decide.
Gorgeous chest voice.
Jamie's got secrets he doesn't confide, and I'm still hurting. Go and hide and run away, run and find something better.
It's so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Ride the sun away, run away, like it's simple, like it's right.
I am speechless. That was so breathtaking. That was so pretty. She expertly moved from a more balanced mix into more of a belt style through that bridge. That was really amazing. Let's go back and listen to the beginning of that again.
Go and
just so pretty. And her vibrato is just stunning. And she's making the hide more of a huh, a more neutral vowel. Her tongue is relaxed in her mouth instead of it becoming hide is really wide. It's so resonant and sparkly. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Hide and run away.
It sounds effortless.
Run and find something better.
And she's coming back to her chest voice on the bottom. You can see the difference in her mouth. On that last one, it's go and ride. The I vowel gets pretty wide. Right there. It sounds incredible. It sounds absolutely incredible. If I was working with Rachel, I would be so lucky. I would want that to be more of an vowel, just like she was doing at the beginning of that bridge. So go and ride. So it's not ride, a little wide. She's gonna have more depth and more resonance if she just adjusts that vowel just slightly. And on Sanawe, it got it to an A. So that again would be an vowel. Sanawe.
Run away like it's simple, like it's right. Give me a day, Jamie, bring back the lies, hang them back on the walls.
Excuse me? Do that again. That's so good. That is fantastic. So again, at this section, we have a B4 into a C5, right in the middle of the female first passage. She's balancing it so well. Give me a day. On day, she's going a little bit to an A vowel again. It's not bad at all. It's actually incredible. We're talking about good, better, best right here. She is insanely good. Insanely good. Tiny little tweaks would take her to the next level, I think, and would give her a little bit more depth on those higher notes. And she already is singing them so well. So I'm being very nitpicky right now.
Give me a day, Jamie, bring back the lies, hang them back on the wall.
That the wall is so good. And on the, she's modifying just slightly to the, which is fantastic. That's exactly what we need to mix that note up there. Because that's an E5. Wow. So she's getting into her second passage now. I love that addition. That is so amazing. That feels very appropriate to the song. On hang, she adds a little bit of a cry, and I think that's very appropriate for the emotional intensity of this song. Let's listen to it again.
Give me a day, Jamie, bring back the
Right here.
lies, hang them back on the walls.
And I have to stop again. Wall, you can see her mouth again becomes a little bit more here instead of wide like day or sun did before.
Maybe I'd see how you could be so certain that we had no chance at all.
I love that.
Jamie is over, and where can I turn? Covered with scars I did nothing to earn. Maybe there's somewhere a lesson to learn, but that wouldn't change the fact
Her vibrato is so
that
pretty.
we speed the time. Once the foundation's cracked, and
Excuse me, Rachel, who the heck do you think you are? That last I'm so good. So good. That was fantastic. And you can see, again, her mouth, very neutral here. Corners of her mouth aren't coming wide. And I becomes more of an vowel. Let's listen to it again.
and
Get out of town. That was so good. Oh my gosh, let me take a minute to gather my thoughts. That was so incredible. That was so good. It seems that Rachel has incredible technique and an incredible mix. Her mix voice between her chest voice and her head voice, where she's utilizing that mix technique, is so strong. It's so strong. You can tell that she has such a strong foundation in vocal balance, and that's exactly what we all want, right? That's the goal. We want to find that vocal balance so that we can lean our voice into a stronger belt or add different style choices or affects to our voice and know that that vocal balance isn't going anywhere, that we have such a strong foundation and such a strong home base that it's going to be there when we come back, right? If we're belting, we know that we're not going to be hurting our voice because we know how to blend our chest voice and our head voice together. Mixing and belting are two sides of the same coin. We have to be able to mix before we can belt. That's my philosophy for belting. You have to be able to mix your chest voice and your head voice together. You have to have connection in that area. If I sing, I crack in the middle, I don't have connection between my chest voice and my head voice. I'm not going to be able to belt effectively and safely because I don't have that connection in the middle. I have to make sure that that is a strong foundation and my vocal cords can go from the bottom to the top of my voice fairly seamlessly in the middle. We really want to connect those two registers, and then belting will be so much more comfortable and it will feel so much better and it'll be sustainable. We can do it every single day and we won't be hurting our voice and it'll sound really, really good. I am now absolutely obsessed with Rachel's voice. If there are other songs that I should be reacting to from Rachel, please let me know in the comments. I really, really want to hear more from her. And until next time, I'm Hannah. I'm your voice teacher, and now you're all my students. Please like and subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you next time. Oh man, need some water.